on this notion of the accuracy of these weapons. Your team is arguing that, in fact, because they can hover over an area for so many hours, because maybe you're even saying because there's not a pilot with his heart beating and racing and being shot at, that there's a more rational and sober process happening at the pilot end of this, and that makes them safer and more accurate. Is there something I'm trying to get at? Is there something in the nature of the weapon itself that results in an accuracy that's being produced on the battlefield? Because your opponents are saying that they're sloppy.
Well, I think you have to say compared to what, and when one compares the accuracy and the killing and wounding of bystanders from drones compared to, for example, artillery, which is another means close air support from a manned aircraft, then it has fewer innocent casualties. That doesn't mean it's zero, and everyone, as General Schwartz said, is to be greatly regretted. But it is I can tell you, your regrets are fewer if you're operating drones than if you're shooting artillery or having manned aircraft being called in.
Let me take that then to the other side and to take it to John Kael Weston. The other side is making a compelling argument that, in fact, the number of casualties is going to be lower than if somebody were dropping a bomb, firing an artillery shell, or even putting boots on the ground, that the proportion is lower.
No, I think that the key part of the ratio of 1 to 7 and 1 to 5 is the equal sign behind. And that equal sign is a factor of 2, 3, 4, 5. What basically I think we're losing focus of is what kind of reaction are you getting in village after village after village, and how many more enemies and how many more targets are you creating, even if one Afghan or one Pakistani is killed.
John, I want to let you have a run at that point, but it doesn't actually answer the question
I think that
just numbers, in terms of body count.
The body count, having been close to these drone strikes, we tell ourselves often what we want to hear, and that gets translated into memos in Washington. But the Afghans and the Pakistani stories that I've heard is that whether it's 1 to 7 or 1 to 5, it's a lot more than any of us would like to admit to each other. So I don't want to argue numbers. I think it's a strategic equal sign at the end of the ratio that is the real problem.